Hey guys, and welcome to the bonus content for this radio. The thing I want to mention, of course, is of course, well, entertainment media based on books. Sorry, I got the book. I got the book of one of the things politics related, but I don't not got to talk about politics on this one. We're gonna focus on entertainment media and books. Well, we already know that David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have were too hasty, and I know most of you say it's controversial. I don't blame you. But, like I say, but in my opinion, they need script doctors, They needed script doctors for Star Wars. If they are going to do that, that's one thing we need, is script doctors. That's all I ever wanted to see. I just want to see the pros. Professional script doctors to handle them. Although George R.R. Martin, on the other hand, will write the character different character demises. And I hope Arya in George R.R. Martin's book will fulfill her destiny to kill Cersei. And that would put a smile on my face. And I would do a Monday of Thrones with the book. Talk about the book. And of course I would read the book, even though it's gonna be maybe, yes, and it's even longer than the Mueller report in the book, Yeah, like I say, even longer than the Mueller report. Ha! Alright, let's stop pussyfooting around and get along with the bonus content. Okay, yes, there is a difference in the books and in the entertainment media, namely the movies. Yeah, the movies. Take Jurassic Park, for example. The characters of John Hammond, Dennis Nedry, and the lawyer guy, and Robert Muldoon. Well, Dennis Nedry did not survive in the books nor in the movie. The one with the Dilophosaurus, which is actually huge, just spit in the, Dennis Nedry. It got in his eye where he's just screaming in agony. The one where he, of course, could feel it in the back of the skull, and then he went blind. But before he collapsed, before he was finished up by the Dilophosaurus, he could feel the slash through in his gut, which is actually he could feel his intestines. Wow, that's gruesome. Really, it is gruesome. Although just like, unlike that one, well, the ending was like that, and the beginning of his demise in the film was spitted by a small Dilophosaurus. And then, well, he can actually see where he's going, and then he didn't see a Dilophosaurus got in. Although that well, not trying to go dark humor or anything, but I think that was funny because that is Newman. And, yeah, because it's Newman from Seinfeld, Wayne Knight. And now we get to Robert Muldoon, of course. In the, we already know in the movie he gets killed by a Velociraptor. But what about in the books? Well, his demise is different in the books. Well, he may be attacked by a Velociraptor, but he happened to be getting away with it. He got away with it. Like, in other words, he just hid, and after pipe after pipe after pipe, unlike Mario, but although he did survive. He did survive the raptor attack. Oh, I forgot to mention Henry Wu. We know in Jurassic Park he escaped. And he went to Jurassic World and created a hybrid of the T-Rex, Raptor, and etc. Although he did having to make a Indoraptor, which is part Velociraptor and part Indominus Rex. The Indoraptor was very, very dangerous and very scary. The Indoraptor. Yeah, although I don't remember the characters. Except for Owen and Claire, but who cares? But who cares about the other characters? And and I'm just focusing. And Henry Wu, on the other hand, in the books, he died. But although his fate was unknown after Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. And although in the book, he died. Well, John Hammond is already died because of Richard Arbo's, real life death. And he already retired. But I'll remember him where Ellie just showed him the light. Yeah, where Ellie Sadler, played by Lauren Dern, show him, played by the late Richard Arbo, the light. When mentioning Lex and Tim. Although, Lex and Tim, with the age gap, I will get to mention that in a little bit. John Hammond is even though he did worry about his grandkids. That's all. Yep, and that's what he's worried about. But although, in the book, he is a heartless bastard. He never cared about anyone but his work. And yes, and the book ain't, and Michael Crichton ain't lying about him. He is much of a madman as Walt Disney himself. Like Walt Disney himself, yep. And then he was killed by a Velociraptor after he was startled by a T-Rex sound. He didn't get away with it. Yep, and Lex and Tim, because we know Lex in a film is the older sister, and Tim is the younger brother. It's the younger brother, and Tim and Lex is the oldest. Although, in the books, Tim is the oldest, and Lex is the youngest. Even though Lex don't do much in the books, while Tim, giving that to Lex in the movies, is a computer hacker. Yep, he knows how to do that. But Tim in the books is very useful. Even though knowledge of dinosaurs, he's very, very useful. As he got skills in hiding and outwitting the velociraptors. And even though he was too scared to climb down a tree, he went down. But at least he survived. Now for the lore guy. Well, we already know that famous bathroom scene. But the T-Rex just eat him. Or T-Rex just ate him. And that was the best part. But the lawyer guy, he did not get eaten by a T-Rex. But instead, he gets eaten by a... Well, not in the book. The book, he survived the event of Jurassic Park. But although his demise was later in the sequel, The Lost World, where he died from dysentery. Which of course caused blood from your bowels, you know. I'm not gonna get into too much detail. Don't want to get explicit, but you know, just a claim because dysentery is not a good thing. And that's gonna do about it for Jurassic Park. Now we get to the Lost World. Well, you know, Ian Malcolm was supposed to be dead in the Jurassic Park. But although he had to use a cane, even though he did get harmed in the sequel, and he has a kind of a morphine dream fever. Went to a morphine dream fever. But even though Jeff Goldblum has played by Jeff Goldblum, Ian Malcolm is different. His legs are healed. He can walk. But he cannot, of course, cannot get to, he don't have a fever dream and morphine. And although John Hammond has the son, or is that his nephew? Oh yeah, that's his nephew, John Lithgow. Or John Lithgow. And then, now you're John. Oh, Pete Longo. And he unfortunately was eaten by a baby T-Rex. Just like Dodgson in the books. Dodgson survived in the first film, even though never mentioned again throughout the whole film, or the whole saga. But in the book, he tried to get Sarah out of the car. He pushed Sarah out of the boat. That pain in the ass. And then later he got payback. He learned that payback is a bitch, you know? By getting that, of course, the T-Rex have found him. And then he was taken to the nest of baby T-Rexes, and then he died. Eddie, who was eaten by the parents, eaten by the T-Rex parents, split it in half and eaten. Although his demise was different in the books. He was killed by a velociraptor in the Lost World. Eddie, in the book, was killed by a velociraptor. Oh my, you know? But although life does find a way. Okay, that's going to be about it for Lost World. But although, Although, yeah, and I just want to talk about the Hunger Games trilogy, and one of them is Catching Fire. Well, there's already been two characters in the books, but they were absent in the, but although they happened to be absent in the, yes, in the film. And yes, and we just saw on the page that Haymitch was the past victor of the Hunger Games, but we never got to saw that all the deleted scene or get to see that in the movie because they do not want an R rating. Because between him and the other member, other tribute, where she had lost an eye, she tried to throw a knife at him, but he dodged. And then the knife went to her instead, and she fell. And Haymitch from District 12, played by Woody Harrelson in the film, is the Hunger Games winner. So far, there's only been a lot of District 12 did not win, except for Katniss Everdeen, Peeta, and Haymitch. Yeah. And yes, there was supposed to be a trident to the face. But then again, like I say, they restricted from having an R rating. They were restricted from having an R rating. Just make it PG-13. Instead, the trident goes to the chest. So yeah. Oh yeah, those are the differences in the Hunger Games, That was the difference. So that's pretty much it to talk about. So yeah. What else? Oh, I would do another bonus content, but I don't want to do it on this one because don't want to go too explicit. But the next time I'll talk about that. Even though it's just a rock film, but I would do it on Spreaker, but definitely. But although there's nothing geek about 50 Shades. I mean, it's just a novel. It's just a film based on the best-selling erotic novel. Alright, guys, that's gonna be about it for the bonus content. Thank you for listening, and I will see you guys next time.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.